deployment of so-called special forces. Ow! Ow! Ow!
Just days after 2 soldiers and a policeman were killed by IRA dissidents, most people think this demonstration in Dublin is insensitive.
We defend the right of Irish people to protest against the British Army at any time.
Colin Duffy, who was a founding member of this group, was arrested in relation to the soldiers' killing. Most of these protesters are young, too young to remember the worst years of the conflict. Belfast still bears the marks of 30 years of conflict. In working-class areas, the peace line divides Protestant and Catholic communities. Since the start of the peace process, some ex-IRA prisoners have worked hard to reconcile the two sides. Gerard O'Reilly is one of them. He says dissidents cannot derail the peace process.
They have neither mandate or support from within the nationalist community. And what we have to see is that in October-November time of last year, there was a threat was made to nationalist community workers because they were working with the PSNI.
Just a few years ago, Gerard could not cross into this loyalist area of North Belfast. Now that peace is taking root, Gerard meets regularly with his counterpart on the Protestant side. He too takes the threat seriously.
I have taken steps to review my own security recently because of that threat. The feeling on the ground is the Protestant paramilitaries, Protestant people do not want to engage in this type of activity and they do not want to be drawn into it.
These pictures show dissident IRA factions on their training ground. They have about 300 activists equipped with automatic rifles and rocket-propelled grenades bought in Eastern Europe. They cannot sustain a long campaign of violence, but they can kill. And they have allies on the political stage. Here, members of Republican Sinn Féin gather in County Wexford to commemorate 3 men who died in the Civil War. They have no elected members in Parliament. They believe violence can bring about a united Ireland.
Would you be opposed to the acts of violence of the Continuity IRA or the real IRA who killed 2 soldiers and a policeman in Northern Ireland?
We would uphold the right of the Irish people in a controlled and disciplined manner to resist British rule. We believe it is a right that is inherent to the Irish people, as it is indeed to any other nation, to resist foreign occupation.
Armed resistance, terrorism, whatever language is used, political violence has emerged once again in today's Ireland.